Welcome. Happy grand new moon, my love. This is your goddess, high priestess, empress, Alba Data. Once again, welcome to all returning and new subscribers. New moon in Aquarius. It's a vibe. Okay? It's an entire vibe. It's like, okay, it's 2023 now. It's the age of Aquarius now. It's time to be revolutionary, okay? The moment has come. Alrighty. So like I told y'all, we're gonna go through the houses as far as your rising sign, okay? And I'm using the whole house system so that way it's easier for us to vibe with this here, okay? So I'll give y'all a few minutes before we tune in, tap in together collectively, because that's what Aquarius is about, the collective, right? Groups, being in harmony, you know what I'm saying? The brotherhood, the sisterhood, the fam, but the fam that is created, that comes from social relationships, actual friendship, okay? This is the core values that you have, that you are able to be amongst those to continuously evolve, which means there are endings, and no one is basically, doing another dirty or deceiving someone, okay? So, yeah, if we gonna use the word friends, because y'all know how I feel about that, but welcome, Scent of the Artiste, Alana. Welcome, my loves. It is 7:32 on the timer. This cup feels amazing because this tea is nice and warm. But yeah, new moon in Aquarius. Let's get started, shall we? So let's go inside the degrees and let's get a little, intel here about this vibe. And it's also going to tie into Venus in conjunction to Saturn, okay, which is also in Aquarius, by the way. All right. So, new moon occurred at 1 degrees. So, this is metaphorically speaking of taking a good look at things with an eager eye, bringing you right into the middle of the dilemma of polarities. As you stand there, faced with the different sides, you are impartial. Neither side pulls you more sharply than the other. You've heard this in the previous live. Immense opportunity is here in this moment where you stand there faced with the different sides. You are impartial. Neither side pulls you more sharply than the other. Immense opportunity. Also a huge challenge. You have vital potential for brilliant synthesis, but a subtle temptation to think too long. So that's Saturn's vibes right there. Like, all right, this is what you know now, but let me see if you're really about it. You know what I'm saying? So a school in alchemy in every moment. Do you find what is ready to emerge or do you think about it? So if you know something, that means you have already thought about it, right? Okay. So as it continues to say, progressive evolution draws you through all your mistakes into all that can be. And if we go a little bit further, as far as the energy that Venus and Saturn is carrying between 22 and 24 right now, it speaks of withheld from the personality of the spotlight. To you, intrinsic, fine things matter exquisitely, and being somebody does not. So you just out here minding your business. A highly distinct form of service key to a slow, steady, and inward sensibility. Very little connection with the here and now, eternal foundations, needing to be humble, sober, and plain in order, best to be transparent and effective. You're remarkably detached from your own reputations or outward impressions. Dreaming new worlds into being. If you are Pisces rising, definitely pay attention to this because the new moon is in your 12th house, the house that you rule as far as it being the 12th house. Pisces rules the 12th. So it says, cast loose on an infinite sea, yet being circumspect, quiet, and not particularly noticeable. A super subtle edge between poverty and riches, surface and depth. Knowing your way in the dark, and intent upon completing each task and carrying it through. Nothing more, nothing less. This is like the epitome of minding your business and the life you live because you're doing so. Okay? It's like it's definitely a clean slate, all right? It's definitely a clean slate because that's what the new moon is about, potentials, bringing things to fruition as far as what your desires are. Welcome, Vida. Welcome, Ross. So let's look into where it'll be this new moon for each and every one of you based off your rising sign. Now, we also have Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, going direct mañana. So in terms of the age of Aquarius, this the vibe right now. It's the vibe right now. So it's like if you know when you're knowing the I am that I am, you know what you are imagining, you know the God version of yourself. Okay? Because as Neville Goddard says, it's one of my mentors. Rest in peace. But your imagination is God. God is not a physical being. It is not to be personified. As far as the energy is concerned, we are the physical embodiment of it once you know who you are, though. Okay, so Aries, okay, you got the new moon in your 11th house of social relationships, groups, being revolutionary. And you also have Uranus right now in the 2nd house and Mars in the 3rd house. So this could definitely be like you setting up, putting yourself in groups that are actually familiar that you can relate to. So you may have had a lot of situations in the past with family members. And now with Venus in conjunct to Saturn, you're kind of like really, not kind of like you are in this space where you're, cutting things out so that way you're able to put yourself in spaces that actually brings you that harmony for you to evolve. Okay. Now, let's just see. I'm going to do this for each and every one, actually. I'm going to pull a surrender message. Aries rising, here's your message of surrender for the new moon. And then we'll do a collective read after that. Aries rising, new moon in Aquarius. Okay. Surrender to creativity. Let's go. Aries rising, come on now. Okay. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. And at the basis of this, you have surrender, resentment. So yeah, definitely let go a lot of these situations as it have to do with your core values, 2nd house, where Uranus is for you right now. And what that's saying is there's been a lot of things that has enlightened you. And while Uranus has been going on its retrograde journey, it was allowing you to choose what it was that truly reflects you. You know what I'm saying? Who you are, the I am that I am, Aries. So that way now you're able to put yourself where you are able to express your creativity and be celebrated for it. As far as the 11th house, that is also ruled by Aquarius. So you got a lot of Aquarian energy in terms of, stepping up to the plate, like being yourself, being the god or goddess that you are, like for real, no more holding back type of thing. Okay. So that's you, Aries rising. Let me pull some tarot messages here. That's the tarot message for Aries rising. May you all be well. Ooh, that was the devil card that came in and out. So there's things that's going to tempt you, but it won't work. It won't work. 741, that could be significant for you, Aries rising, 741. We got the 4 of Cups. Yep. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to creative ideas. And this is going to come through a feeling here. Okay. So let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. With this 4 of Cups, look at that. You got the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. We said 741. You still got that 4 and that 1 there with this 14 energy. You got 104, 10-4. Ooh, copy that. 10-4 is the 3 of Swords energy. Libra vibes. But the 3 of Swords speaks of the lessons that you've learned when it came to one-on-one partnerships. Libra is a fellow air sign of Aquarius. And a lot of those lessons that you've learned, you know, it was more so about feedback, reflection. Okay. But now you have gone through that transformation. You've gone through several transformations. As you can see, all of those butterflies there, Aries rising. Okay. So you know who you are. Start moving like it. All right. Now, you better move like it. You might want to work in smaller groups. Or you're probably used to doing things one-on-one. You may want to step into working with smaller groups. As far as what it is that you're manifesting during this time of the new moon in Aquarius. So that is you, Aries rising. Let's go to Taurus, which the new moon in Aquarius will be in your 10th house. I feel like I want to. Okay. So, Taurus, you got the new moon in your 10th house. You have Uranus in your first house, and Uranus is in your sign, with Mars in the second house. So you about your business right now. And part of you being about your business, Taurus, is also connecting to something you've learned along your journey up to this point since August to put to work as far as teaching the collective here. Because 10th house speaks of authority. You could now be in a position to be an authority figure. This could also lead to a raise. You can definitely feel a lot of changes happening for you, Taurus rising, because Uranus is going direct and it's in your sign. And it's at 14 degrees, and 14 would be Taurus energy. So let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see what your message is, Taurus rising. Because where you have the new moon, this is also where Venus and Saturn is too, as far as like you building up on your partnerships based on your core values and the lessons that you've learned. So Taurus rising, you're being asked to surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Okay. So you may be more into herbs now because there may have been things that you've healed from and you have used alternative ways of healing. And it was all part of your path in order for you to teach the collective about that too. It says here, take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and ecstasy there. And then we have surrender negative thinking. Okay. So yes, you are ready, Taurus rising. You could be feeling anxious right now or nervous, but remember, Uranus is in your sign. So Uranus has a lot to do with that electricity that's flowing through your body, okay? That, takes control of your impulses. It says you have control over your thoughts, Taurus rising. When negative thoughts surface, say, thank you for sharing, and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. Let's get a tarot card for you. What's your tarot message? Because, Taurus rising. You can use this also for the sun, moon, and rising. As far as the energy, look at this shit here. Taurus, listen, you better get to it. You have the wand that speaks of creation, a rebirth, family, the origin, fortune, spiritual balance, enterprises, starting anew, awaken, personal growth, ambition. You got it all. You literally got the magic wand in your hands. Just be mindful with your words and your thoughts, Taurus, okay? Yeah, look. Aquarius energy is supporting you right now. You got the strategy. You've gone through the process of what it is that you had to do, when it came to your professional image, what power means to you, what leadership means to you, which you also learn how to let go of certain things that you cannot control along that journey. Okay. And this is probably where you had to let go of control, is where you notice that you would peak. Okay. And remember, your competition is the one in the mirror. It ain't people around you. So remain authentic, beloved. That's you, Taurus rising. Gemini. Gemini rising. You got the new moon going through your 9th house, honey, of IC. 9th house of Sagittarius. So Gemini, you could be traveling now in terms of your spirituality, higher education, faith and ethics, traveling to really align yourself more with the occult or your occult knowledge. This could also be a clean slate for you as far as your past life as a child, or the energy that you have within your DNA as it relates to those in the past and their childhood, that you may not have, had a clear understanding as to like why certain things would happen, but you became clearer about it as you went along your own experiences. Okay. Now you have Uranus going through your 12th house of spirituality. So, you are definitely in this space where it's like, nah, I have to focus on me and what truly, connects to what I know about myself. Because it's also a moment for you of expansion too. What do we have? Surrender the drama. Wow. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, Gemini rising, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. And I feel like this is going to be a catalyst to you deciding to travel somewhere, or take a short trip somewhere. All right. So, yes, welcome, Fatima. Let's see what the tarot message is for you, Taurus rising. I just saw 18. Look at that. Look. There's going to be something that tempts you. That's also what you're not going to indulge in, because you already know the path that you're on. But this is going to lead you into stable waters. So just keep that in mind, okay? Gemini rising. You have to look at that. You could see something online that intrigues you, and this is where you take that leap of faith. This could be like a retreat that you find out about. And this is going to help you to surrender the drama in your life. I feel like you're meeting people who align with your knowing what you see, the way you see things. You know what I'm saying? Also your vision. At the bottom of the deck here, what you got, look at that, the 2 of Swords. So this is a lot of emotions that you've been guarding when it came to one-on-one partnerships, Moon and Libra energy, maybe a Moon and Libra. So it's like right now with this new moon in Aquarius, Gemini, you're fixed on what you know. And that energy, that clean slate of that frequency is sitting in the house of God energy, the manifestation of God, Sagittarius house, 9th house. So now that you're seeing this about yourself, you have more faith in what you're doing and who you're deciding to do this with. Okay. This could even have something to do with you networking online as well. So yeah, that's your message, honey. Gemini rising. Cancer rising. Cancer rising. You got the new moon going through your 8th house. Venus and Saturn doing the same thing. So when it comes to other people, vibrations, resources, you're very mindful of what it is that you're doing while Uranus is sitting in your 11th house of social relationships, groups. Hmm, I feel like you're in this position where you're setting up your army. That's what this shit just felt like. That was odd. But yeah, this could have also to do with taxes as well. So you could be putting things in order as far as your business is concerned. You could be aligning with a particular group of people that's going to help you with that. Let's see what the message is. I just stopped shuffling the tarot deck. You got to get out of this impoverished mindset, though, Cancer rising. Because you have people that are willing to help you. Because right now, the new moon, in terms of you have learned a very big lesson when it came to trusting others. Or at least, if you're listening to this message and you haven't, I highly suggest you let go what no longer serves you and what's making you angry or frustrated. Yeah, surrender to inner peace. Because you're in a position right now to close out whatever no longer serves you without even questioning yourself. But your message of surrender, Cancer rising, is surrender to your full power. Ooh, okay. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing this small. I feel like you have something that's so grand that's going to require you to delegate responsibilities. So that's why it's also important for you to let go of unhealthy relationships, as it says here. And surrendering unhealthy relationships will also help you to surrender to your full power, also your creativity. Okay. It says let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and surrounded by positive people. So there you go, Cancer rising, especially you somebody with a lot of love. You know what I mean? You like to take care of people, but you've learned a valuable lesson of not to be taken advantage of. And when I said people, taking care of people was 2244. What's the message here? Tarot message for Cancer rising. That fell on the ground. We got the King of Cups. And you could be be inspired by a male water sign. Scorpio energy, King of Cups. But this also speaks of being at a state where you're emotionally intelligent, balanced, intuitive, family oriented, wiser, and when you step into that level of wisdom and being family oriented, you know what to be around and what not to be around. Okay, because in the past you're one to want to work on things and make sure everybody's okay, but now you learn to will that energy back in so you can surrender to your full power, so you're no longer without what you are supposed to have, so you can really go towards what you're supposed to do rather than playing the shit small. You know what I mean? All right, baby. Now we got Leo rising. You have the new moon in your 7th house of partnerships. And you have Uranus, okay, in your 10th house, Mars in the 11th. With Venus conjunct Saturn, also Leo in your 7th house. So the houses you're working with, Leo rising, new moon 7th, as well as Venus and Saturn. And then you have Uranus the 10th and Mars in the 11th. So There could be some type of shift you have when it comes to work, though. I'm hearing entrepreneurship because you had Uranus in your 10th house, and this new moon is in your 7th, which is like more so wherever you feel balanced, one-on-one. And that's usually you being in charge of yourself. I mean, you are Leo energy. You are the sun. You can get the shit done now. Leo rising. Okay. Surrender to receiving support and love. I'm getting strongly for you here, Leo rising, that you have these two maternal energies that is helping you build. I was about to say rebuild this legacy. So working more from the crown chakra. And in doing so, you working more from the crown chakra. So this is you separating business from pleasure too. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. It's either you can handle things yourself or you need to delegate these responsibilities elsewhere. Because this will help take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. And you have here at the bottom, surrender to silence. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal, replenish you. There's something you're wanting to do here, Leo, when it comes to a particular partnership too. I'm also sensing that you are probably Leo rising. If you are in a union, it's time for you to make a decision and for you to validate your own choices as far as your partnership is concerned, because you may have been going, to those that you consider close to you to assist you with this. But now it's time for you to be still and really see what your soul is telling you about what to do. This could even be about work as well, or something that you are deciding on. Let's see what your tarot card is. Because you're serious about partnerships here. Yeah, taking a leap of faith. You got the same thing. Who was that? Was that Gemini? You could be working with the Gemini, or this could have something to do with the sibling, or this could have something to do with an online business. Something about an online business, 758. When there was a honk that went off outside 3 times. I have to pull one more card for y'all. I feel like what could help you too, Leo rising, is surrounding yourself with other people who meditate or do breath work. I feel like you've been around so many people who haven't done that, and they may look at you a certain way. So you're having to make a serious decision about areas in life that have to do with your emotional security. And with the Fool card here, you're at the beginning stages of a brand new journey here. One more message here for Leo. Because I feel like for Leo, you want to, it's like the Cancerian energy. You want to be there and help everybody else too. But you got to really be mindful of yourself, man. Look at that. Queen of Pentacles. It's time for you to focus on your business. Physically, mentally, spiritually, it's time for you to now start minding your business. The way other people have been wanting you to mind theirs, or you may have been minding other people's business unwillfully or unwillingly, or something like that. But it's time for you to really do you for you. Page of Wands. Yeah. You could be receiving a message here from a younger fire sign or a fellow Leo. But that's your message, my love. We have now Virgo rising, new moon in Aquarius in your 6th house. That's your house. The new moon is in your house, the house that you rule, Virgo. Okay, and the 6th house speaks of work, employees, service. Also does speak of sacrifice, personal health, immune system, dreams, meditation, spiritual growth, psychic development, pets, self-purification, habits, and rituals. Okay. And you have Uranus, Virgo rising, going through your ninth house. Oh, this is you on a real spiritual journey here, huh? You're making sure now that wherever you work aligns with your spirituality. Like if you can't walk up into a place, this is just a scenario. If you can't go into a place just being you, wearing what you want, you're gonna feel very uncomfortable, and it's going to wreak slight havoc on your nervous system because that's what Virgo rules now. So I feel like with Uranus going direct, and then you have Mars in the 10th house. Yeah, you're really focused on your work here, taking action based on who you are and where where you're celebrated. Let's see what your message is. Something regarding foreign affairs is coming to a close also for you, Virgo rising. But you've been doing a lot of self-purification. This new moon will more than likely lead you to that path too. Finding ways, analyzing ways to purify the self. You could also be doing this as a form of career, or there could be a position that's being set up for you to do so. Surrender frustration, Virgo rising. Yeah. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a deep breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Yeah, something about your nerves. Surrender your addictions. Some of you could also be, that could be a coping mechanism, is your work. And that coping mechanism is where you become more frustrated. But this is what this is showing you is, if let's remove the fact that it's a coping mechanism. You enjoy your work. You enjoy to, organizing, making sure everything is in order. Just go where you're able to do that, because you may be around people who love to be untidy. You know what I'm saying? So, and you're like an immaculate person. So whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. All right, Virgo rising, like for real, for real. Because I feel like the universe is bringing you towards a new group of people that you can connect with, where you're able to, be you. You got the King of Swords, Aquarius energy. Yeah. So this Aquarius season is going to be a big one for you as far as the strategies are concerned and what to do. And you have the Queen of Cups. So definitely release a lot of these sorrows that you've been holding on to so tightly in this cup here. I feel like if you're going through any legal issues, this new moon in Aquarius is going to help you to alleviate that, but you have to surrender frustration. Okay. And this is also allow yourself to receive help too, Virgo rising. You may like to do things and constantly, do it yourself. And part of that is because if you have someone do something for you, they may not do it the way you do it, but make sure you have a conversation and you express what the strategy is or what the plan is so it gets done the way you want it to. It's like you allow people to do things, but you don't express the way you want it to be done, especially if you're in that position to, put that in order. Because you may want to give people put it this way, you give people the benefit of the doubt. There will never be a benefit in doubting. That's your message, Virgo rising. Libra rising. Here's your message, honey. You got the new moon in Aquarius going through your 5th house. Ooh, of passion, love, joy, children. Some of you, the scent that I'm smelling reminds me of childhood and running track meets. So if you don't have children right now, I feel like you might have a child. It's not for everybody, obviously, but a child that's athletic. Let me see here. Surrender your belief in scarcity. We wasn't ready for you yet, but Libra, you have Uranus going through your 8th house. Ooh, transformation, death, access to taxes. Access to taxes. All right, Libra rising. If you do have children and there's some type of situation going on, make sure you get all your documentation in order so you don't have to deal with too much stress in that area. Okay. You got Mars in the 9th house of foreign affairs, travel, adventure, optimism. Why does it feel for Libra rising? Either you grew up a certain way that you need to let go of, and this new moon Aquarius is helping you to do that, but you have to see that for yourself. Yeah, surrender the belief in scarcity. Like it feels like you may feel like you're not enough, and you've been surrounded by people who have taken advantage because of codependency. But the new moon is in your 5th house, so this is a time for you to do the things that you enjoy doing. Finally, I'm getting. It's like you've been waiting to exhale, honestly. And we started your message at 3513. Surrender frustration, you too. So back to back, Virgo and Libra. You could be dealing with the Libra or Virgo that you may have to now handle the situation. Okay. And surrender defensiveness. See what's going on here, Libra rising? Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. And Saturn is testing you right now because it's conjunct to Venus, and that's your ruling planet, which is also in your 5th house. So it's like, be careful what it is that you're thinking about or the way you're expressing yourself. You want to be in this partnership, move that way. It's like manipulating a situation. Either you're being manipulated or someone is being manipulated, or you are manipulating a situation that you don't even have to do in that manner, where it's actually going against what you are intending to do. I'm going to pull one more card here for Libra rising. Surrender to play. Okay. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. This could be, okay, as it says there, go out and do something that you enjoy doing. Or if you're in a partnership, y'all go out and do something that y'all enjoy doing, or something that that it will, it's like a nostalgic type of energy, where do what y'all both love to do. It seems like there's something about overworking, and it has taken the zest out of the romance or the love of life. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. Yeah. And then you have surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. So Libra rising, there's something that you've been wanting to do here for quite some time, and you've literally been overthinking it, putting it off, waiting for the perfect time. Now is the time. Yes, split the deck. We got the Ace of Swords here. So, Libra rising, here's your tarot message. After I go through the signs, I'll be doing a message for the collective. Welcome, Ninja. Look at that. 8 of Wands. So the moment that you decide to take action, things are going to start to come in quicker. It is actually going to bring back a zest of life for you. Passion, love. Yeah, because you sitting here procrastinating. Libra, good night. Love you though. Just get it together, okay? Surrender frustration and surrender to the enjoyment of life. Scorpio, 4034. Was it no? It was actually 43. So, Scorpio rising, you have the new moon in Aquarius going through your 4th house of the home, of what you feel, family, nurturer, being nurtured, real estate, construction, bases of operations, your roots, therefore your ancestors, fixed assets, support, community. Okay. Then you have Uranus going through your 7th house of partnerships. So, you're balancing out partnerships within your family here. There's a clean slate right now, though. Okay. It's like you have to trust what you know, Scorpio. Where do you actually feel balance when it comes to love, loved ones in general? Surrender your belief in scarcity. I feel like this is something that's a part of your blood, Scorpio rising. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. I feel like you, Scorpio rising, have this grand idea or vision, and this is why you're being asked to connect with the universe, your ancestors. I feel like you don't have that physical support from those around you. You have reached a point now where you're able to, let it go with peace and love. So connect with the universe, because the universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. You're wanting people, physical people around you to ask you this, but the universe is asking you to ask it. Not so much ask it, but it's asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. I'm hearing like a Scorpio rising say, do you asking, people that they love, do you think that, this is what I should do? Or constantly talking about it rather than getting it done or getting to it. So the universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. And this way you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Surrender stubbornness. So this has to do with emotional security, Taurus energy right here. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. Yeah, you've been through a lot with people around you as far as like what it is that you want to do, the legacy that you want to build. Or this could have to do with the move or some form of inheritance now I'm hearing. Best of wishes to you, honey, with that, okay? What's the tarot message here for Scorpio rising? The 2 of Cups. I love it. I love to see this. It was just 4411. So you've been seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities here. Look at that. There's some beautiful love partnership here that's on its way to you. You may have been single for a while. I feel like if you decide to take a trip somewhere, or this could be a change in routine, is when you see something that there's a lot of 4s around you, a lot of Emperor energy around you, but you have to, surrender the stubbornness, as it says, or whatever stubbornness you picked up from the lack of support. I'm getting this vibe of like scar tissue. So when you surrender your belief in scarcity, you'll be able to remove these blocks. You're more than enough, Scorpio. Yes, you are. But it's also I feel like the final stage of a transformation for you, Scorpio rising, has to do with love, a partnership, a person. But this is is a divine spiritual connection. I'm hearing tantric. Okay. So even if you are single at this time, look more into tantra. Something about re-energizing the body sexually. That means you are a sexual sign. So in the most high vibration, you know what I mean? But it's transformative. So I'm also getting you're releasing a lot of bad habits that you may have picked up from the way you were raised or your perception of what love is. What's under the Ten of Cups, the Queen of Cups. There's a lot of water energy. I mean, that is you. And the Queen of Cups is Cancer energy. So I feel like a change in scenery, a change in community will also help you, Scorpio rising. Okay. Sag rising. You have the new moon in Libra going through your third house of communication, siblings, short trips, distribution, the sharing of information, the media, while Uranus is going through your sixth house of analyzing work, employees, the way you provide service, your personal health. With Mars in your seventh house, Mars in the seventh house, if okay, so with Mars in the seventh house, that usually indicates, someone who would enter more than one divine partnership. So just keep that in mind because Mars is in your seventh house, Sagittarius rising. So I feel like a way that you communicate your truth is the reason for a partnership to change, either to evolve the one that you're in or to end it once and for all. Especially if you notice that it's affecting your health. Sagittarius rising is like enough been enough. It's like it's a new moon in Aquarius. It's time to get this show started. You hear me? Let's see. Sag rising. Message of surrender for Sag rising. Going through the third house of communication, work, think, travel. Well. I don't know your life, but the way this card is coming out, you better listen. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. This could be why there could be this sense of anxiety now. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. So, ooh, this is like a conversation someone has about what's lacking in the partnership, and the partner's like, you have no, like, you shouldn't be feeling that way. That's a listen. That's not reciprocity. Something is definitely out of balance when you're speaking of what's lacking in the partnership. And I'm not saying it in a way for someone to understand you, but that could also be the foundation of it too. That when you're being true to yourself, it creates some level of friction between you and your partner. It's time to make some very serious decisions here, okay? It says speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. And sometimes you may not even express that just to make everyone else happy. Stop doing that, boo. It's time for you to surrender to your full power. Because the lion in you is about to roar. Okay? So, and I'm saying the like what you know you can do is at a point where it's like it's 50-50 on the timer. It's gotten to a point where it's like, nah, it's gonna something about this new moon is gonna force you to take a short trip somewhere because you had enough. Like Scorpio. Let's see what this tarot message is for you. Let's see what this tarot message is for you. And don't forget, we got Venus in conjunct to Saturn. So it's really making you, check partnerships and see if there's something that you want to take on for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no short-term energy now. Sagittarius rising. Sagittarius, you got the King of Swords. Oh, shit. What's at the bottom of the deck here? Oh, wow. I'm telling you, the lion within you is about to start roaring. Sag rising, okay? Do some breath work, okay? Do some breath work. Your inner knowing, trust your inner knowing, okay? You are the one in authority of that inner knowing and your inner wisdom. Make sure you are in situations where where there's integrity, where you're able to be honest, where you can, hold someone accountable. They can hold you accountable. You know what I'm saying? It's like the level of reciprocity wherever you're at is being transformed because it's time for you to be in that type of space where there's an equal give and take. With this King of Swords here, what's this peeping through? Listen, I just heard you. If you leave something or something leaves you, you're not missing out on anything. You're actually on your way to exactly what you thought you had, but it's going to be way better. I'm going to pull one more card for you, Sag Rising. Well, you're definitely leaving a situation that's not emotionally stable because this water sign energy, there is the communication is off. And you're all constantly doing this people-pleasing thing, and it's actually no. You may be connecting with a fellow fire sign. That could be the Leo now. That could be a Leo rising. Speaking of this lion coming through here, because Leo also got this here, Page of Wands, if I'm not mistaken. But listen, if you're in a situation right now, Sagittarius rising, with a water sign, that whenever you speak your needs, it turns into this big old argument, or you can't do it. Stop jeopardizing yourself, please. Okay? Thank you. Surrender the habit of people pleasing immediately. Capricorn rising. Sag 4629. Look that up. Capricorn, we starting yours at 54. I'm going to put Capricorn 5430. Just saw the 10 of Swords. Now, new moon in Aquarius in your second house of values, possessions, emotional security, self-worth, personal finances, okay? liquid assets. Then you have Uranus going through your 5th house. Okay. Mars in your 6th house. I feel like you are on the path of your North Node or your soul's mission. And this could be the year life multiplies for you, whether it's in business, family, Capricorn rising. Okay. I also feel like you've been able to put all the puzzle pieces together. That way, when Uranus goes direct, it's takeoff time. Capricorn rising. What's the message here for Capricorn rising? 55 on the timer. Ooh. What up, Capricorn? Surrender to receiving support and love is your message. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. I'm telling you, you got some... I'm seeing a very happy time for you. And this is for all of you, okay? For all signs. But I'm just letting y'all know the energy that's coming in. So Capricorn rising. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. They're showing me this here for you too. You saw me shuffle these cards. Well, at least you heard it. I don't think you can see it, but welcome. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling. I just heard faith it till you make it. During both the hard and easy times, keep surrendering to more joy. I want to see what your tarot message is before I even see and get to talking. Because you guys surrender to receiving support and love and joy. I feel like you could be receiving some money that has been owed to you too, to help you with what it is that you want to create. What's the message here for Capricorn rising? Message for Capricorn. Oh shit, you got walking away from things that no longer serve you. Saturn in Pisces, or this could take off when Saturn goes into Pisces. And this is in March. Let's see here. But this could also be building solid structures based off of your belief. But the way you're able to build this, instead of building a castle on sand, you have to know what you believe in. 7 of Pentacles is at the bottom of this. You got Saturn twice here. So Saturn is your ruling planet, Capricorn. So I'm also getting for you, Capricorn, to be mindful of the way you're using your funds. I'm hearing a lot of do-it-yourself, DIY ideas when it comes to, let's say, if you're wanting to redecorate or interior design, something about that too. I'm going to pull one more card here for you. Because this 8 of Cups card is the energy of February 19th to February 28th. We got the Page of Cups. And then the King of Cups. Wow. I feel like you're leaving one position, one place, and you walk right into royalty. Something having to do with royalty. This is not for everybody, but this could also be an artist now receiving their royalties. They reached a point to receive royalties. I feel like if there was something going on as far as like paperwork, it had to do with the way you truly saw yourself, the way you valued yourself, and the way others saw you. You may not have felt like people truly appreciated your work, but now the time has come for you to surrender to receiving the support and love that people were actually giving you. So I feel like Capricorn rising, you may have walked away from certain situations because you weren't emotionally balanced, but now that you are, you're walking directly towards those or seeing where the support actually is. And you're taking this leap of faith or courage or finding the courage to actually be open and receptive to this new world that you're building based off of your core values. And I feel like you've done that before, but you weren't fully able to do so because you may have not had all of the resources or the support to do it, but now you do. So don't stop yourself from receiving that support and love because of something that happened prior to, because that's in the past. You're here right now. So that's what they want you to focus on. See what's at the top for you. Listen, it got something to do with love. Some of you been out of a situation or a partnership for so long. And I feel like that last situation that you was in was with the water sign, and you constantly receive um, offers from water signs, but you connect this new energy you're connecting the new energy to the past when you don't have to, because the past is the past. It's there. It's there. You're here, like I said. So Aquarius rising, and happy birthday, Aquarius. We starting you at 102. 121, just like you are, huh? And that obviously is in your first house, Aquarius rising. So this is your new moon, honey. Okay. This is your new moon while you got Uranus going through your fourth house and Mars is in your fifth with Venus and Saturn in the first as well. So when it comes to you ain't playing, you Aquarius rising, you ain't out here playing with nobody. You are not playing with anyone right now. If it's not in alignment to what you know and where you're going in your path, doesn't matter who it is, family, close friend, partner, whomever, it could be your child too. If they not in agreement, you like, you know what? This is my year. This is my season. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm smelling gain. So you're definitely gaining some momentum here as well, especially when it comes to accepting people and situations exactly as they are and surrendering your attachment to results. Surrender to rest and sleep. It could be that. It's like you careless about what anybody else say right now. If you tired, you about to go get you some rest because you've been feeling burnt out. Or if it's not about you being burnt out, you're not gonna put yourself to get burnt out. Okay, surrender stubbornness here. So surrender to rest and sleep, Aquarius rising. I feel like you're supposed to be taken care of. Something about that. To prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. We're going to get one more for you. Aquarius rising. Well, y'all would do that. I got three more. Surrender your fear of intimacy, surrender the idea you can fix someone, and surrender to your intuition. Well, there's been a lot of reflection happening here for you, Aquarius. There's been a lot that you've been reflecting on, and it now has come the time, first and foremost, to surrender the idea you can fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. And you putting your foot down on that is like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And this is where you're able now to surrender to rest and sleep that you've been literally needing because you've been lacking it. Now has come the time for a relationship to shift because it doesn't work to fix someone. They got to fix themselves. Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in, actual, genuine, unconditional love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. So this could be letting other people's situations get in the way of the things that you want to do, putting other people first. You ain't doing that no more though. I feel like you are refining, the groups that you are a part of or people that you allow into your space, especially at this moment where you're surrendering to your intuition much more here, Aquarius. Tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. Let's see what your tarot card message is. Let's see what your tarot card message is. 22 could be significant. Ooh, yep, big time. You're definitely focused on your business. You're a master builder. You're in the essence of being a master builder here because you've mastered the vision. Now it's time to put it into action. Whoa. And this is why you got 4 cards out here. Yeah. Because you got all of the 4 elements, and the Queen of Pentacles is the pre-Empress card. Let's get one more here. Aquarius rising. Surrender the idea you can fix someone, and surrender your fear of intimacy, just like it said. So that's your message, because you're on the verge here of receiving. Ooh, you're definitely on the verge of receiving. Let me see. This could be a new home, because Uranus is in your 4th house, and this is 14, and Uranus is in Taurus 14 degrees. So congratulations, honey. Yeah, dang. Sun card just landed in my hand. Listen, wherever it is that you're going, you could definitely be traveling somewhere during these next months. If you're located somewhere where it's cold, you could be traveling, to a warmer climate. And that could be where you decide to move to, especially if you're single, if you have, if you're free up enough to do that. Surrender to miracles. Pisces rising 107:37. Pisces rising. Here we go, honey. You got the new moon in Aquarius in your 12th house. Okay. You got Uranus in the 3rd, Mars in the 6th. Listen, you out here vibing with source. You're literally communicating with source. That's what you out here doing, Pisces rising. And nothing is getting in the way of that, because you're going through basically you're transcending a lot of energy here. You're going through a massive cleanse, a spiritual cleanse with this new moon in Aquarius in your 12th house. Okay. And this could also be you separating from, certain friendships or social groups, because you're in this position right now where you're connecting with ascended masters with the new moon in your 12th house. So let's see here. What's the message for Pisces? Surrender your need to always be right. Get connected more so to the cosmic laws, the law of cause and effect. Give others the gift of letting them be right if that's what they want to be. Let them be who they are. Let them do what they do. You are literally in this space where you're minding your business, because, you go through a lot of cosmic reflections here. I feel like it was 10909. You're in this space with this new moon in Aquarius, and Aquarius also helps with that too, with the spiritual awakening. But this spiritual awakening is more so the spiritual awakening of yourself, your ancient self, and the abilities that you've had. So Pisces rising, you're going through a type of shift that is necessary for the collective that you do so before we get into the spring season. Because you're leading by example right now. through your actions. So it says, be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. It says you are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. And when it comes to the cosmos and the ethers, it's 0909 and 1010 and 737. Pisces rising, those are your numbers. What else we got here? Let me give you one more. Ooh. This feels like a sword. Surrender to your, I'm telling you, something about your ancient warrior energy is also rising up as you're having a spiritual cleanse, but you're able now to ride the wave, but bring it to balance. You surrendering your need to always be right or over explain yourself to people, because there's a lot of information that's coming to you from the cosmos at this time. And unless they about that life, people gonna look at you like you crazy as hell. Okay? 11111 on the timer right now. As I'm saying that. Because they don't speak your language. Some of you actually may be learning a new language, an ancient language, or learning how to read ancient texts. We're not meant to be understood. Absolutely. Just be who you are. Just be who you are. Love upon you. Surrender to that full power, because you're getting a lot of messages here. And surrender low self-esteem, because that's exactly what happens when you're wanting to express what you know, because the way you know it, or learning to know it, or coming to know it, is no denying it. So people are going to see it. 11155. People are going to see what you're talking about sooner than later. Just stay focused on what you're doing. That's all. Yeah, see, something about your dream state. I feel like you may be having 7 dreams a night. Yeah, literally 7 dreams a night at this point. So if you get the chance to, rise up from it and take note of what happened, do so, yeah. There's going to be a lot of temptation for you to go back to sleep, and it might, pass your mind here. So take a lot of note of intuitive messages here, because you're on this verge of victory and being highly recognized for what you are finding out during this season. Before we go into spring, or before we go into Aries season. The King of Wands. Shit. Okay. So this is what I'm saying. This is the giver of wisdom, the spirit of leadership. And it's time for you to surrender to that full power that comes with it. 11320. So you could be learning a lot more about female occult secrets here. Knight of Cups, Pisces energy. That's you. That's literally you. So this right now, this new moon in Aquarius is showing you how to be about you. Let's get one more. The King of Cups. This is some yeah. This is that let go, the need to be right. It's really showing it out here. And the way they came out is that the moment you let go of the need to be right, you're able to be more emotionally wiser. Forget intelligent, wiser. Okay? Something about the mountains or going to certain sacred locations. You may be guided to do that. Yeah, look at that. 5 of Swords. This is Venus in Aquarius vibes, which is where it's at right now. And since we're at the end, I'll read that for the collective. But Pisces rising, it says here, withheld from the personality spotlight, to you intrinsic. Fine things matter exquisitely, and being somebody does not. a highly distinctive form of service key to a slow, steady inward sensibility, very little connection with the here and now, eternal foundations, needing to be humble, sober, and plain in order best to be transparent and effective. You are remarkably detached from your own reputation or outward impression, dreaming new worlds into being, cast loose on an infinite sea, yet being circumspect, quiet, and not particularly noticeable. A super subtle edge between poverty and riches, surface and depth, knowing your way in the dark, and intent upon completing each task and carrying it through, nothing more, nothing less. Learning ultimate things the hard way, you have to put yourself totally into every realm to experience it for yourself, with a zeal for empirical wisdom or the wild edge of the scientific method. What I'm reading to you is inside of degrees, but it's in relation to Venus and Saturn's energy as far as where it's at in the sign of Aquarius. The experimental test case is yourself, and you are out there all alone in vast, uncharted territory, just the way you like it. You've been granted the chance to prove things, to follow them out quite far, bearing a determined intelligence with karmically trained faculties of subtle perception. However, objectively speaking, this is an intensely arduous and relentless way to do it without safeguards or precedents, relying upon the moment's edge. If you can be tirelessly strong, do it, doing it, this ruggedly will prove to be the only way to go if you wish to uncover future territory without imprinting bias or distortion upon it. You just have to invent the wheel in yet another dimension. You heard that shit? If you have Pisces rising and you had a reading with me in the last couple months, you would know which planet this is talking about as far as you being a keeper of the wheel. Okay. This also mentions here gross indulgence of a conscience that just won't quit, saturating your energy field with exaggerated gestures and capitulation to your own lower nature. But you do this in continual ironic juxtaposition to an observing intelligence and a keen conscience which deplore and have no use for your own shenanigans. Being split between the compulsive and addictive personality and the dispassionate and icily removed consciousness. Okay. You are trying to turn yourself around by alternatively binging and reforming, but each binge triggers a reaction of the other side of mind, and each renunciation and reformation in turns triggers a further reaction. This dialectic between I feel like they meant this dialect between being bad and being good is all on the pro and con level of the dualistic mind. The only hope in this pattern lies in wearing out both ends so that a third place can open in which neither acting out nor becoming exemplary is all that necessary. You do what you do and you see it the way you see it, and all the self conscious overlays and each and every self manipulation in whatever direction dissolve when the space is clear. So that's that vibe of that Aquarius energy that we got going on right now. So that is for each sign. May that give you the clarity that you seek for this new moon. Let's look at the collective vibes. We're going to use a different deck. Whoa. Okay. We have rest. You've been working hard. Take a nap and get some rest. And then self-employment, at the bottom of the deck. I just heard surprise, surprise. And I feel like this shit's coming in tomorrow. Something about the rest of this week going into next week. This is why you gotta get some rest now. Some of you that you feel like you haven't been working or you're waiting for that call, get some rest, because when that call come in, look at this. You says healing heart. You're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. Some of you have been receiving a lot of downloads. Now you're being asked to get some rest so you can begin to upload it. Consult an expert here. More information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area, whatever that area is of what it is that you're studying as far as you being a healer. Connect with someone you can trust, you know what I mean, to seek out further information. But definitely get some rest. I feel like you may have been on that type of search, but put it to rest for a bit here. And we got self-employment. Listen. Those of y'all I'm talking to tonight, y'all ain't supposed to be working for nobody but yourself. But this is the type of work, again, that becomes play. It's a new dawn. The worst is now behind you. A positive new experience. Positive new experiences are on the horizon. So yes, do what you must do to get to that point. But just keep in mind, you're destined for way more in terms of the way you want to create your reality. It's actually being presented to you, but you have to know who you are. And you have to trust that. You have to know and trust it. Because when you know and trust it, believing it is not going to be an issue. So when you step into, your visualization practices of imagining things, you can feel it. Let's see. Collective tarot message. What we got going on here? What's the current situation? Welcome all, welcome all, welcome all. It's great to have you here. Let's see. Ooh, we went through the whole deck. Okay. What's the current situation for the collective, beloved? It's got a little exciting here. What's the current situation? Are these cards? No, they're not. But we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. I'm going to take these cards as they come through. Now, the King of Pentacles is Taurus energy, okay? Self-worth. There's a lack of one knowing themselves or self-worth here. And then you got this Ace of Pentacles. This is why you're being told to get some rest, because this is about to turn around here, okay? Let me see. I'm going to use a different deck. Clarify, why is this, okay. Why is the King of Pentacles in reverse as a current situation? You got to clear your mind. Clear your mind, beloved. Clear your mind. Clear your mind, clear your mind, clear your mind. Know what you are. Don't focus on what you're not. Aquarius season. Okay, get out of this impoverished mindset. Again, some of you are still out here dimming your light in front of around certain people here. Or you're not fully being yourself. It's like you're one way. The divine's about to step in on that to change that anyway. You're one way when you're not there, but the way that you are when you're not there is the true you. Now I'm smelling vanilla. 10 of Cups. Some of you aren't feeling worthy of love. What's going on? Oh, from your peoples, your fam, or your supporters, or you thought were your supporters. We got this Ten of Cups here. Let me show me more about this King of Pentacles in reverse. It could be something about bridging the gap also between the inner child and the you right now. Okay, the mature version of self, because the inner child is where the creation comes from, where the imagination thrives. And this King of Pentacles is holding the sacral chakra energy, or this orange pentacle. You're making vanilla oats. So, ooh, it smells good. It smells very good. Now, as I'm seeing that with this Ten of Cups here, this looks like you have an ancestor that is a Taurus on the other side that's going to help you with this creation. Or there could be a Taurus here that you end up in a very loving relationship, but it hasn't arrived yet. Maybe you're still, okay. So you want more in your life, but you're hiding yourself. Some of you are getting too much damn rest, look like then. Yeah. You get the Hangman. Pisces energy. Okay. And you got the Devil card here. Six of Swords. Some of you could be moving away from a Pisces or a Capricorn. This could be okay. So, okay, this is some of you here who have a North Node in Scorpio, or the energy that your life purpose has to do with learning about a lot of different mysteries, occult mysteries, and turning that into a business. But you've been at a standstill because you've been tempted to take the road most traveled, which is stepping away from that, which is connecting to a belief system that you know that you're not fully in alignment with. And you can tell that this is the case because it also showed up in your experiences where you didn't feel worthy of yourself because you weren't following your path. Look at this. Some of you could literally cast out demons. Then with a North Node in Scorpio, yeah. Or you're one to help people cross over. But the way you perceive that and the way you communicate that to loved ones, it's like, it's strange to them that you're that way. Listen, that's all. That could also be why it's time for you to just put that to rest. Put something to rest here. Let me see. Yeah, the Judgment card, this shit slid out quick, almost like if somebody was hiding something from you, the universe is no longer going to keep this from you because the time is now, and this is the Moon and Aquarius card. Then we got the Eight of Pentacles, Sun in Virgo. Sun in Virgo, Moon in Aquarius. Let's see here. Look at that shit. The Hierophant. See what I'm saying? Look. The moment you know what you truly believe in is when you step into your happiness. So your happiness is on its way now, based on the way you see yourself. So that can go a lot of different ways. Because if you're still connected to codependent ways of being, that's what you're going to attract into your life now. Okay. So, but other than that, you're definitely attracting partnerships where, you know, even if you're in this uncomfortable state, you're not going to be misjudged, because that's happened in the past. And this figure is holding 5 swords, and for the 5 of Swords is Venus and Aquarius, and we just read about that right after Pisces rising message. I feel like once you've opened up a part of your brain when it comes to knowledge, all of everything that was hidden from you came to the surface. Some of you may have found out a truth about a Taurus that you just like, yo, what the fuck? You had no idea until you decided to take this path. Then we got the Page of Cups coming out here as your challenge. Why is the Page of Cups a challenge? Let me, 1 second. That's pretty good. Okay. Page of Cups. Why is the Page of Cups a challenge? Because it has something to do with allowing the divine to step in on this. But why would that be a challenge for you? Because you want to control something? I just heard you were manipulated before, so you don't want that to happen again. But the way that processing that or thinking that way, you're going to attract just that. That's not something you want to be thinking about. Yeah, that's going to come quick to you. We don't need no more than that. That's clear as day. What's the foundation of this? Split the deck, 10 of Swords, closing out a major cycle. This could be with siblings or cousins or people that you have really close to you. We have the 3 of Wands here. And now you're realizing that before you would wonder if you should go on this path or go on this journey on your own, but you wasn't so sure. People will give you reasons not to, or something about not doing something, giving you reasons not to do something, and it made more sense to you not to do it. But now once you connected to the truth of a lot of these things, you're now seeing, nah, I'm going to do this even if this means me doing this shit on my own. Yeah, 8 of Wands. The messengers of the gods are not going to play with you. They're going to keep showing you signs as to why you should be doing this other thing, and not what people are telling you, staying in the comfort zone of what you should do. What's in the immediate past here? What's in the immediate past? What's in the immediate past? The 2 of Wands. You're no longer at a crossroads, but you were before. Yeah. You were before. Because the 2 of Wands showing up like this with, this is your immediate past energy, okay? Your current situation is the King of Pentacles, which is usually not being in a position where you don't have the resources to move forward. But there was a decision you had to make. So the fact that this is in your immediate past, you reached the road that you had to cross. What occurred here? You had to get left out of something here. That it allowed you to see, oh shit, yeah, and complete the cycle. Something ended here. This could even be work or a Capricorn. What's the 2 of Wands here? Four of Pentacles. You decided to be the oddball. That's how, this is what I was saying the other night. Notice how this figure has a crown on. So they have access to the same tools as those who, who are in power. But they may have felt like you weren't prepared to do so yet. Or wondering why you haven't done something yet. But you're on a specific journey here. Look at this one. You being at a crossroads, that was the best thing that happened to you in your life, because it allowed you to see all of this darkness exactly for what it is, that you even built up night vision per se. Speaking of night vision, there go the high priestess. Can't get more night vision than that. Yeah, you got to see right through all of this shit now. All of this chaos. 242 could be significant. Let me see. $242. Portion of Shira. Uzen Shira. Uzen Shira. Let me see. Uzen Shira. Well, your kindness was really taken for weakness, boy. Ooh-wee. Hold on, honey. Let me see. A pillar of fortune. Oh, here we go. Ear of the flesh. Hearing of blood relative. That shit really does says hearing of blood relative. That's giving Obaz energy too. Now I'm hearing Cinderella's story. Let me see. In Shira, we find the thought of blood relatives, kindred of the same flesh. Ear and hearing denote that this belief in flesh kinship is becoming attentive to some higher or more nearly spiritual idea, while the summit of Shira signifies the lifting up of the Shira idea to its highest point of understanding. So okay, being held to the highest point of understanding is feeling more so like they didn't see the worth. You could be, got something to do with age here. They may not see you as somebody who holds that much knowledge, but boy, you carry the soul of the one who even started the bloodline. I keep seeing and hearing 407 everywhere. That's the Messiah's number. Welcome, Centered Touch. What's this? Look at that. The Justice card comes out while this is showing up. Healing. Speaking of getting some rest. And this rune here is on her arm. The Empress rune is on her arm. which speaks of fertility, but it also heals anything associated with male genitalia or sexual organs. So there could be some type of emotional situation that has affected someone's sex drive here. And that's karma. Okay. So you know what that means. You know what that's saying? If you have gone through a situation where your loved ones had, or the reason why you've been placed at a crossroads or having to make a very hard decision, to release these energies without saying too much, especially if it's something where you in your heart of hearts would prefer to have a discussion, but that discussion ain't gonna go the way it's supposed to go as far as people being respectful. So instead of you wanting to see someone's karma, you're not going to see it, especially if it has something to do with their sexuality. You know what I'm saying? And their capabilities when it comes to love and romance. So possible outcome though with the Four of Swords would speak of healing the sacral chakra. And that's the first energy that comes out for you here as the collective, is the sacral chakra energy, or trusting your intuition about what it is that you want to create in reverse. So there is an opportunity here to heal. Let me get one more. Once this possible outcome occurs, show me more about it. Tell me more about the possible outcome. You got healing of the heart here. Show me more about this. Healing of the heart. Healing of the sacral and the throat chakra. Show me more about this possible outcome. You got the Four of Pentacles, which came out in your immediate past, clarifying energy. All of this is teaching you how to be the high priestess. That's what that's about. So let bygones be bygones, baby. Because this new moon in Aquarius is showing you who you truly are. And now it's going to get to a point where people are, listen, don't expect nobody to apologize to you. Appreciate that they don't. But I'm going to tell you this, is the way this is looking is going to come to the point where they do. But don't look for it. Don't look for it. Okay? What's happening next here? Just go on about your path, remain in love. Yes, certain situations happen. Let that shit go, because if you don't, that's just going to turn around on you. Stay in alignment with your principles. What's next? What's in the immediate future for the collective? New moon in Aquarius. What's in the immediate future for the collective? Y'all gonna be more than fine. Okay? On your trip. It's painful. You're seeing a lot about who's who and what's what right now. But it's like you ask for healing, you ask for liberation, and part of that process comes with you having to see what it is that's holding you back from that healing and liberation. And once you see it, don't put yourself in a position to continue to create it, by continuing to carry the burden through your emotions of feeling like it should have never happened to you. But this is all part of the process for you to be who it is that you're destined to be, to have this new dawn, to be this entrepreneur, to do work that feels like play, that you do it 25/8. It doesn't matter what you're doing or where you go. You're still, being able to take care of yourself. You traveling is a way of you making money. 144.25 is I'm saying that to you. Eight of Swords in your immediate future. Let's see. Because the Three of Swords and then the Nine of Swords, but then you got the Chariot. This is exactly what I just said. The way out is through. This is what's happening. The way out is through. You have this is the moment where you're seeing everything that has been holding on to you. Like that Four of Pentacles, you see how he got all that darkness around? Listen, look at that. 33. You got to master this stuff. 33 is the master teacher, because some of you are literally going through something to help someone who is not on the path in this age to be a teacher or someone to help someone out of it. But you are the one who's on this path to go through something to help those who are, playing their role in this lifetime when it comes to other areas of life, to keep this shit going. Listen. So April 4th is something about April 4th. Between February 4th and April 4th in the year 83. Or it's February 4th to April 4th, and then August 3rd. And August 3rd is the Six of Wands. Now remember the basis of this. What's this? Yeah, Two of Swords. This is, okay. So the Eight of Swords is Jupiter and Gemini. So some of you have a story that you're actually okay. The way that you're helping other people is by telling your story, but you still have to cross that bridge of where you forgive yourself, you forgive others, so you can tell this story in a way that is not really aiming to comfort people, but the way you tell this story actually helps those who have crossed you. Okay. Without you even thinking about that you're doing that. It just so happens that the way you tell this story, you actually put people in a position to check themselves, but for a much greater purpose in their life. Because the Two of Swords clarifying what's in your immediate future of this Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is you holding a lot in. Like you're very good with your words. You're a god of words. Jupiter and Gemini. But you can't let those words out. You can't express yourself if you're still holding on to certain emotions when it comes to imbalanced partnerships. And it's affecting your love life. What else here? What's the advice about this Eight of Swords? Complete the cycle, baby. I'm telling you. How do they complete the cycle? Don't succumb to this temptation. How do they do this? How do they close out the cycle? Five of Wands, and then you got the Empress. And the Empress is here. Heal yourself from these situations. Let that motherfucker go. Let it go. Because there's certain things some of y'all, there's certain things some of you are holding on to, waiting for somebody to come to you to apologize or to rectify a situation. They're not even fucking thinking about you. So now it's just you planting that seed. And I'm always going to tell you, nobody's here to understand you. Part of that, wanting that type of closure is it's a code for you don't understand me, understand me. That's how I see that shit now. Knight of Wands. This could be a change of residence. I feel like when you do change your residence, or a change of scenery could even help you to get out of your head too for a bit, or even once and for all. 919 right now. And the High Priestess, as I shuffle the deck and get to the center of it. What's the advice? What's the advice here for the collective? The Hangman. Okay, I'm going to pull one more because that means to pause. Be still so you can receive the answers that you're looking for. Okay? And there go the other four as I'm looking at the 2 4s you have at the top. The moment you reflect on what you're still focused on when it comes to this discontent and boredom or sadness, the moment you stop, observe it, it'll give you a time to take yourself, sit up straight, take that elbow off your lap, bring the arm down, turn this way. You'll notice your cornucopia glistens right next to you. Meanwhile, you're focused on all this drama. Whoever that was that got surrendered the drama, this is definitely for you. I have one more card here about the advice. What's next? What after this? What after the hangman? After they have this moment of stillness. It's 21-21 right now. 21-21. Felt right on top of the phone. Slow down. Don't rush into anything here, okay? Even the healing process, don't rush it. Don't rush it. Don't focus too much on it either. Like, when I say don't focus too much on it, it's like you want to heal, but you keep telling yourself you want to heal. Start expressing gratitude. I allow myself, and I am thankful for the healing that I have, that I'm doing each day, day in and day out. It's a lot different. High Priestess here at the bottom of the deck. This is a time for deep reflection here. Okay, you're being asked to deeply reflect, but deeply reflecting would means more so for you to connect to the point where none of this exists. Go so deep where none of this exists. Okay, so you can get a different view of all of it, and then you can actually push that shit out your way. Come on now. Look, literally, you see her? Although she's being carried by light bulbs, but she's walking on a sword. But her perception of her walking from one cliff to another with this sword, there isn't that much distance because she's focused on healing, but the healing that she's focused on is actually putting it to work. Not so much wanting to do it, but then going back to the situation that hurt you. I'm telling you, Saturn right now is really going to test y'all. You said you wanted what you wanted, right? Okay, let me put this temptation in your way. Are you going to detach, or are you going to put yourself back into this position? Because there's a lot more you can gain when you detach than you thinking that you should stay there. Okay? Let's get one more here about the advice. This could also be pausing a communication that you have with the Gemini or a sibling or cousin as well. It could be a Gemini or a Pisces. Let's see one more. King of Cups. Pause so you can emotionally see where you're at. What's in the environment here? Let me see what this King of Cups is doing. Though, clarify the King of Cups. This is Scorpio energy. There goes the get your words right, shorty. There goes the King of Cups, Scorpio energy. Your first card out is the King of Pentacles. It's polar opposite in reverse. This is somebody in here, either you are Scorpio rising or your North Node is Scorpio. You better pay attention. Wherever you got Scorpio in your chart, come on now. You have a vibration that connects you to other people's vibes from a distance, so use it wisely. And the more you clear out of your space of whatever it is that creates static and causes you to overthink a situation, which means you're not allowing your intuition to do what it do. Because you can't be practical about the intuition. The intuition is the intuition for a reason. Logic is logic for a reason. Shit, the intuition don't even got a reason to be a reason. It just is. Scorpio moon, that too. Yep. It just